graduates numbered 1, a guy named Addison P. Davis. It took until the fall semester of 1866, 9 months into the life of what was then Lincoln College, for the trustees to round up a couple of guys who were college ready. And the other one was Pearlie Griffin, who wasn't graduating that year. But Griffin and Davis had been to other colleges, one to Harvard and one to Beloit College. And so they were qualified. And so we have a Lincoln College graduate finally in 1868, who would of course wind up being the only graduate of something called Lincoln College. Because the college struggled. The college always struggled, as long as it was a private church college, to make ends meet. The trustees hired an agent to scour the East. His name is Horatio Q. Butterfield, interesting name, and he scoured the East because in New England there were a large concentration of Congregationalists, and many of those Congregationalists had a large amount of money. They were willing to contribute if he could persuade them to. Among his travels were to the little town of Worcester, Massachusetts, where there was a factory called the Washburn Wire Factory. Wire was in great demand in those days for pianos and for hoop skirts, and would eventually be for barbed wire and other stuff. And a man named Ichabod Washburn had found a way to make wire in large quantities and make it very well. Horatio Q. Butterfield visited Ichabod Washburn, told him about this place, and remember, we were sitting there in Worcester, Massachusetts, and Topeka, Kansas is a long way away, and little known, especially then, by somebody in Worcester, Massachusetts. But Ichabod Washburn was a deacon in his congregational church, liked the idea, and said, how about $25,000? Immediately, Butterfield wrote back to the trustees, who reported on November 19th, in their meeting, as of their meeting of November 19th, 1868, that the president, after receiving from Professor Butterfield information containing the proposition of Deacon Washburn, said, we'd love to take that money. We'll set up a committee to see whether we ought to rename the institution after this benefactor. Apparently in the same minutes, apparently on the same day, the committee did its work very rapidly. And quickly decided that there are many institutions named, literary institutions, named after Abraham Lincoln. What would set us apart there? We think, given his generosity, we might want to name it after Ichabod Washburn. And they quickly lost the E at the end of Washburn's name. Here's Topeka, bird's eye view.